Hey, my beautiful angel. It's Josie Kraus. Welcome to Soul Awakening channel. In this video, you're going to receive energy update for this new moon energy. We have powerful time. This is October, the end of October, just before Halloween, just before we move into this new phase, just before we are about to receive new revelations, new ideas, new energy. So you're watching this video because your guides, your angels have led you to this moment. So let's dive right in and explore the energy of the new moon and how these lessons of the new moon will play out later in November, and also how you can now learn to explore opportunities that are just here so you can become empowered. So I will be using my angel oracle cards today, and just take a moment connecting with the guides and angels around us, and let's see what is happening this new moon. Okay, are you ready? Number one, what you need to know about this new moon is that it's a psychic new moon. With everything, you are tapping into your own inner world. You are, again, the energy on the outside is a reflection of what's happening on the inside. So, spirit messages, you will be receiving spirit guidance. Spirit messages do not appear every now and then, right? You are now at the place in your life where you begin to listen. When you are open, and because you are open, this new moon gives you this opportunity to hear the voice of the spirit, to listen to the messages of the spirit, to become aware that you are a spiritual being having a physical experience on planet Earth. And this is a chance for you to look within. All the world around you is the reflection of your perception. How do you perceive the world? Is the world around you is a cruel, unfair place, or the world around you, you see beauty, you see compassion, you see people really, becoming their highest versions, the people who are truly exploring possibilities around you. So you will become aware of that. And spirits are guiding you. Spirits are guiding you. Spirits are showing you a way. So this new moon is all about this psychic perception, is how you see the world, right? So how do you see the world? You see it as most magnificent, beautiful, interesting place. That means that you have uncovered within yourself the beauty. You have uncovered within yourself the kindness and compassion, and now it's reflected in your outside world. So you will have these shifts in perception. So understand that spirits are always talking to you, right? But you don't sometimes hear them. You don't have the need to listen to the spirit world at all times. But this new moon, you will have within you the desire, okay, let me tap into psyche. Let me become aware of the communication that it's happening between me and the spirits, beyond the veil of perception. And then spirits will guide you, spirits will give you messages. So understand that you are now in a state of openness. This is a psychic kind of opening, and see what's coming out, how you see the world, the perception. Is this the new opportunity for you? Are you ready to let go of the past? Are you ready to finally allow your higher guidance to take you where you need to go? Are you listening? Are you paying attention to your own inner guidance? This is going to show up for you for this new moon. And remember that new moon is it's like a seed that you are planting into the soil of your consciousness. So you're planting these seeds into your psyche. And with time, as moon changes, as the energy changes, you begin to notice manifestation. Things are really, really happening. This is your life. This is your creation. And new moon gives you an opportunity to start something now, to start something, not tomorrow, not in a week, but now, today. You're using words consciously, and these words are creative. These words are going to manifest in your life one way or another. So understand, the spirits are always talking to you. They're always guiding you. They are they want you to have a great life. They want you to have an extraordinary life experience. Angels want you to have a great life. So you are now tapping into these invisible realms, and you become aware how what is that beautiful relationship between you and your soul, your higher self, your eternal self, your physical being, really right now in this moment, how you can transform into a spiritual being from understanding your soul nature by becoming more aware of who you really are. So, spirit messages, that's one thing you need to know. Let's continue and let's see what else is going to happen this new moon. Everything comes in perfect timing. Everything comes in perfect timing. This card is to remind you to set your priorities. The new moon is about shifting your priorities. What is really important for you? Now, are you really stressing yourself out too much unnecessarily? Maybe you have so much on your plate right now and you're trying to juggle things, kids, family, job, new projects, trying to be everything for everybody. And this new moon is going to, well, show you, okay, this is too much. So try to really prioritize most important tasks. Maybe this new moon, your priority could be people. People in your family, maybe it's your children. Spending time with them, spending time with people who you care about, people who are there for you. And they may be just your family members, right? So, but this time, shifting your priorities of instead of trying to chase something in the future, be more present with people, be more present with those who are around you. Give them your attention, really listen, pay attention. So, priorities, everything comes in perfect timing. That's a perfect message to help you understand that maybe you're chasing something right now that is just as a distraction. That's not going to give you true happiness. It's not going to give you a sustainable relationship. It's not going to give you something of a solid nature. It may just make you chase something and then chase something again. And this is ongoing. It never stops. The chase for some pleasure in the future instead of ignoring this whole situation in the present moment with people closest to you, with people you love, people you really care about. So everything comes in perfect timing. Set your priorities. Who is important in your life? Give them your time and energy. Give them your undivided attention. Show them that you really, really care. This is really important for this new moon. Okay, so let's continue and see what else is going to be happening this month. And by the way, this is also the predictions for the month of October and November. So October, November, the new moon is going to expand as we go. Financial prosperity. This is the new moon that will awaken financial energy. So let's talk about finances for this new moon cycle. A new moon cycle, when it comes to financial prosperity, sometimes it happens as an idea. So you will receive ideas, certain ideas that will happen, and you will feel them. You will really understand them. Here's my dogs just came into the room with this huge ball. And financial opportunities come to you as ideas because you are tapping into the new moon is all about taking that next step. It's all about becoming aware of what you are capable of, what is truly happening in your financial world. Can you build some, can you invite some more abundance into your life? The answer is absolutely yes. And because you are now tapping into the energy of prosperity, ideas show up. Something that you need, something that works just for you. Instead of looking that someone else has prosperity, someone else has their own abundance in business. So in this new moon cycle will help you to identify your own ideas, your own ways to create, to manifest prosperity. So I would suggest is to have a journal or some kind of a place where you write down specific ideas related to financial prosperity. And financial prosperity has your unique energy to it. And you need to understand what that is. So that's an inner process. That's about really asking the spirit world. That's about asking your higher self, what are these financial opportunities that are right for me? It's not because someone else is doing it, but because, for me, what are these ideas? What is that financial way through which abundance flows to me? Because this is going to be your channel. This is going to be your unique channel. So think new moon is always about ideas. New moon is going to give you some clarity about what to do, about how to go about your specific situation with your money. But always understand that your channel of abundance, this new moon is going to show you exactly which way to go. Ideas, thoughts, emotions around money, financial energy, that's where you will get lots of insight. Okay, inside, you are inside of you, you have the potential that you can manifest in the physical reality. So it's all, understand, it's not outside, nothing is happening outside. The abundance is not somewhere out there, the abundance is in you. Think about it. Think about it. Your abundance, your prosperity is in you. It's like the seed for the new moon. You plant the seed and it manifests. So, in the same way, your financial prosperity is already in you. It's not somewhere out there, but you need to awaken it and you need to give it energy. You need to give it the right channel of expression. And this new moon is going to show you how to do that. So, let's see what else. Loving relationships. I love this card because it talks about everything that we've covered so far. Loving relationships. A loving relationship is everything. It's your relationship with yourself, your relationship with certain people in your life. Your loving relationship is between you and the world. Are you having a loving relationship with your environment, or you try to hide, or you try to protect yourself? It always feels like the world is against me, or there are, people are negative, and you always have this need to be protecting yourself from the outside world. But a loving relationship, actually, what angels often talk about in loving relationships, is when you bring down your defenses. And it's not that you're constantly trying to protect yourself, but see how you can get to be more loving and How do you give more of that love instead of asking the world for love, instead of you demanding that loving energy from, say, your partners, the job, or any other kinds of relationships? Maybe it's a relationship with yourself. Instead of blaming and constantly bringing yourself down, how you can become more loving and say, you know what, instead of me getting things, how can I be more loving? A loving relationship begins with you, right? So you give out the energy of love, right? So you are communicating with the world in a loving, compassionate way. You are sharing your beauty, your love, your appreciation for the gift of life, and everyone on your path is there because they're your divine assignments. All of your relationships are your divine assignments. They are there to teach you something. And unless you really take this lesson from with an open heart and open mind, you cannot run away from these lessons. They will continue. I had a conversation with a client of mine, and then he said, I really, during pandemic, I found myself being by myself for almost 2 years without any kind of external communication. I was at home, was doing my work online, and what I've realized during the 2 year time is that I don't like people. I hate people. That's the exact words that he said. I don't like being around people. I got so comfortable in my own space, in my own world, that I didn't want to, go back even hanging out with people I used to, my friends and so on. I just realized during the time of pandemic how much I did not like people. So maybe you were in the same situation when you find yourself that I don't want to have the same relationships with the same people. It's not, I may be different now, maybe my priorities have changed. But here's the thing, is that you are here on planet Earth to grow through relationships. And the people that you know, people who show up on your path, they are your teachers. They're the way things come to you, blessings come to you, love comes to you, money comes to you. They're people, through loving relationships. And not every relationship that you have is a loving relationship. But here is where you will have to understand, to switch that perception from not having something to understand that the loving component of a relationship comes from you. It begins with you. It begins and ends with you. The world will mold itself to you according to your liking, according to your own perception, according to your own worldview. The world is going to mold itself. So when love is expressed, when you dip within yourself, when you see relationships as assignments, when you see relationships as something absolutely like a gift, it's a miracle, it's truly a blessing. Difficult relationships, great relationships, they're all just relationships, but the loving part, that's not somewhere else. This is you. This is how you express yourself when you have people around you. So here's the thing with your loving relationships, because it begins with you have full control. You have absolute full control over your relationships, and how people receive your love. You may not be in your control, but what you give and what you share, that's where you get a lot of control. This is where you know that from your own perspective, the new moon, remember, whatever you give out, all right, so that's the energy that is going to come back to you. Whatever loving or not loving, that's the same energy that comes around, goes around. And you are now in the face of the new moon. You have an opportunity to send something absolutely incredible and beautiful. and have it all come back to you. So, loving relationships will always be the lesson. You cannot hide, by the way, from loving relationships. You may not like people and you may hide from people. It does not change your relationships. You'll still have to deal with them. You'll still have to deal with people. As long as you're on planet Earth, as long as you are here, and you always have people to deal with. So you might as well work on that loving part. And last one, the last message for this new moon energy is heal yourself with crystals. So, heal yourself. So, healing comes from internal and external dimensions. So, healing is what you have already within you. The healing part of the journey is like, let's say there is a physical condition, or there is an emotional condition that is already maybe happening, and you may be dealing with, symptoms, painful symptoms, symptoms of physical imbalance. But understand that the healing part of this journey is also happening at the same time as you are now dealing with these symptoms. So healing is not a thing of a future. Healing is, that's what's happening the moment you experience pain. The moment you experience pain, healing is already happening. Just like if you cut yourself, then the healing begins instantly. And you, even though you may have physical symptoms and bleeding and anything that is just painful, you also know that apart from that pain, you also healing, and healing is already happening. So you don't have to wait for the future for your wound to heal, for your problem, for your symptom to go away in the future. You have to understand the healing that is happening right now. It's already part of that healing journey. And it doesn't matter, there's no small healing and big healing. It's all the same way. Universe wants to balance everything in your life, is leading you towards greater balance. When something is out of balance, the whole universe is on it. The whole universe is like, well, what do we do to fix that? What do we do to bring more energy here? And you may go through painful process as you're healing, and you may say, well, I'm struggling, I'm in pain, or I'm really not feeling well. But understand, this is part of that healing journey. So your appreciation of the healing that is happening at the same time with the physical symptom is one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself. And you are actually helping yourself to heal. And crystals, they are tools of nature. So anything, now we're looking at the external sources of healing. And external sources of healing could be the sun, right? So if you go out in the sun and you just breathe, and you have so much light around you, and that sun regenerates your energy. You feel great when you are in a forest, when you take walks in nature. You feel great, you feel amazing, because again, that there is the element of balance that is external, but it helps to balance you just as well. So crystals are magical. Crystals are just like nature. Crystals have their own special, unique power to heal. So, and the healing externally triggers your internal healing. So, like crystals, they're not just like magically showering you with light. They're triggering your own healing mechanism. And because you're healing on the inside, that is beautiful relationship between, again, the external part of healing, and you are healing yourself on the inside. So bring yourself to balance. This new moon is going to give you opportunities for incredible healing, really, really deep healing. Even soul healing. Soul healing is a spiritual kind of healing that is very instant. For the soul healing, you don't have to wait. For the soul healing, you don't have to wait for days and hours to heal. The soul is already done, the healing happens. So understand that you have beautiful tools for healing, and this new moon is going to show you exactly. If you have a special crystal, maybe you will use that crystal to heal yourself. So this is really interesting. Okay, so let's wrap this up and see how we can really learn about the energy of the new moon. This is messages from the spirit world. You will hear lots and lots of spirit communication. Spirit communication will be happening. Everything comes in perfect timing. Reset your priorities. Really, what's important for this new moon? And then have these maybe one or two things at the top of your list and stick with these priorities because they are going to demand your attention. Financial prosperity, pay attention to your ideas, pay attention to any specific thoughts that come along with the energy of money, and loving relationships. This time, it's about you um, giving love, it's about you expressing the loving nature of your soul, and then heal yourself with crystals. Healing, 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 healing. So that's it for this new moon. I hope this was helpful. If it was, give it thumbs up for this video, you guys. Subscribe to this channel, and lots of love. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.